Okay, these little spots right here I want you to pay attention to. I did speed this up 2 times the speed, so if you do want to slow it down in the settings, you can. Also, look at that bendy water that is being created by this diffraction, this light diffraction at the base of the boat and that diffraction line. This is due, in my opinion, of the angle of the light being reflected off the side of that gutter and bouncing back toward that edge. Also, if you notice that little piece to the left is real close to that diffraction of the side of this gutter on the left side, and it causes this little piece to be distorted. Also, it kind of like blends into the side, just like we see with the boats out on the water. On some days the boats are more distorted than others, and then when you get a clear crystal day, um, all the details show up in these boats, even though I'm tracking boats at 30 inches above the water with my tripod and my P1000, and I watch these areas vanish or appear to go below the curvature. It's not going below the curvature, it's just being obscured and hidden by the diffraction of light, light reflection. And again, here you can see it like looks like it's dropping off on downward on the left side. Now, the wind is blowing too on this day, which I thought was really cool, because as the wind starts to quiver that water, you see how that water reacts. And that's why this one was a good one to kind of set on 2 times its speed, so you could get a better outlook on it. Even as this water rolls off the edge, because the wind is blowing it off, um, you've seen how that diffraction line raised up, and then you can see how that light and the water just reacted right there. Um, on the edge of the boat, it's causing it to appear to go down and up and down. And then, of course, the diffraction just cuts off the whole lower end of the boat. Um, right there, I think I walked up and I bumped um, this setup that I've got this gutter setting on. And now remember, again, this gutter is 45 feet long, and I'm literally standing on the other side of my yard. I got my camera a long ways away. And then now I'm adding in. Now remember, the first water I put in here was hot water. It was still warm. Um, and, in September, we're still pretty warm in Florida. So I wanted to cool it down. So I got my hose out and I started squirting water in there to cool the water off, to see what kind of a reaction I would get with colder water. And as you'll see, as I continue to run in here, run more cold water in it, you will start to see another reaction. You see that little point to the left of the boat, that little point I've been talking about, say keep your eye on. Look how it is distorted and how it wants to like raise up and down. It's kind of like being magnified, so it rises and then lowers, rises and then lowers. But this is no way coming up from behind the curve. And this is what we're told, that refraction, it's being refracted upward over the curve. Well, there's no curve here, folks. This is just flat water in a gutter with a fake toy boat. This is this little red thing that I got here. It actually is a good little thing to use, as duplicating what I call a boat, because you got a big ship out there with its smokestacks and all these different stacks on it. And then also look at how that light is reflecting and causing these effects. Again, these are just simple little observations that we can do and we can share with each other and show people how this occurs, how this works. And again, the only reason I'm putting this out is because I thought it was interesting, which I know some of my subscribers that really do pay attention to details would enjoy this, because it's very telling to me. I mean, even the background, foreground, middle ground, I'm seeing all these same effects that I see over the water occurring in this video. If other people can't see it, then that's fine. They don't have to. Um, Again, everything that I say is based on my opinion, and it's also based on my experience of going out and doing a lot of observational videos. Also, some of these other little tests that I've done, especially with the mirroring, when I made my concave convex mirror, it really was very telling. And again, I'm going to continue to do some of these little experiments, but I am a little bit of a procrastinator, so it takes me some time to do them. So be patient. I don't always have the time. I do run my own business, and I got a big yard to take care of, so I don't always have the time to spend on doing these experiments. But I hope to do more, and I'm also hoping to use some of my my mirror again, along with some other things that I think would be pretty interesting to use. And again, you'll see me focus to um, the foreground and then the middle ground. And I don't really focus on the background because that's not my concern at this moment. But you also see some effects going on back there that you should also look at, take into consideration. All right. Again, thanks a lot for watching, folks. Think for yourself.